That is right. Iceflake Studios, they're already up onto their second city corner, as it were. And boy, these next little updates that they have coming out, probably within this week of when this video goes out, maybe a little bit before, maybe a little bit after. Ooh, maybe after. Anyways, but yes, they have a few little updates. First and foremost, life and death. They're going to be updating the death system so it's not between 0 and 6 a.m. That must be nice. Didn't realize that was happening. And of course, settings, halting the bicycle race so we won't have as many bicycles going down. So that'd be nice. When it comes to transforming, it won't be as reactive, I think would be the best word to put it. So we need that. That's gonna be wonderful. In regards to that, pest control, getting a lot of bugs going. Anyways, things like that going out. So I think that will be nice as they kind of start to take a look at that. But you know what? They're hitting some a few things here, and you know what? I'm okay with that because it is eventually going to lead to a much better game, and that's kind of what we need. And so I'm excited to see kind of how their first patch goes and all that before everything kind of starts to happen. So yeah, so that'll be quite nice. But with all that being said, let's go ahead and dive into the episode that we have going on today. All right, ladies and gents, welcome back. Of course, I hope you have your water, you're sitting back, you're relaxing, you're maxing, acting all cool. Hopefully not shooting some b-ball, because, you know. Anyways, I hope we're all doing well out there. And of course, before we even get going, I hope you like and subscribe, because it does greatly help me out. It does. But today, we're kind of this Green Acres area that we're gonna work on, because we have some interesting stuff going on here. Like if we come over to here, we should. Do we have some grass? We do have some long grass. So if we put this down, ooh, yeah. So this was a mod that I put in, but you know what? I think this looks. Of course, we can't do that because we don't have anarchy on. Oh, that disappeared. But man, does that bring out a little bit of stuff? A leafy green tree. Always a good thing. We have PD bloom, so I think that's looking good. Some long grass in there too. We have the ability to kind of do a little bit more than what we've had. And I think that's going to look fantastic within there. Oh yeah, we got US Postal Service mailboxes. I think that's kind of cool. We got more of kind of the US Postal Service going on instead of just some basic stuff. I forgot about that one. But we really need to kind of start to bring this together, as it were, because we do have a lot of traffic here for some odd reason. Why do we have a lot of traffic here? Split phasing. Okay, that's doing what it's supposed to do. Okay. Huh. Yeah, I don't know why that's kind of doing that thing, but it is what it is. Oh, do we not have it on here? You have it here. How come that's not? Okay. Yeah, I don't know what's going on there, but something is. To be perfectly honest, we do need to bring a road out of here, say into here, to help out. So this is, what is this? There's my pika. 2-lane, one-way highway. All right, so let's get this. Let's get to our highways, large roads. Highways, perfect. 2-lane, that, nope. I'm just gonna do this here. Turn off anarchy, because I don't want it to be anarchical. That looks pretty dang good. We're gonna update. Can we update this? Can't update this, but what I am gonna do And say get this going there. So then I can update this portion right there. And bulldoze that. And then we can make our move it mod there. Actually, we're going to do this. Right like that. And of course, everyone's going to want to stop and turn into here, which is going to be quite frustrating. There we go. I think what I'm going to do here is we're going to remove that. I'm not going to have any straights. You're either going to turn right or turn left off of this. I think that's going to help that. And of course, that's going to back everything up there because they want to get into there. But I think that might help this a little bit for the time being because we got a lot of people coming in here. But I think that will help over time. Hopefully. Hopefully. One thing I do want to do is I do want to continue this road that is also backed up for some reason as far back as we can, say to right there. And we're going to do the same thing right here, far back as we can right there. And we'll connect that up. Can we do the same thing right here? We're going to do that to there, that to there. I think that's going to be good there. Because what I'm thinking here is I'm going to put in a dirt little road here, a little gravel road off of this. And we're going to do a little curve. Say to like 90, perfect. Just a little 90 right there I think will be great. Because what I'm thinking here is I'm going to put in a little electrical station here. Something simple, something easy. We're going to do that right there. And then we're going to get from here. So yeah, so now we have another ability to do power over here, which will be nice. Yeah, okay, that's way above our train. Perfect. So that'll get rid of that. So I think that'll be nice. Okay, so we got that going on. We got things like that going on here. Okay. I'm thinking we should probably also do a 2-lane road here, not a continuous. I'm gonna turn that off. We're gonna get rid of that, button that pause. And we're gonna create this into we're gonna turn this into a street so that we can maybe alleviate maybe some of this stuff. That could help a little bit. So that could be nice. And then we're going to put in some more housing over here. There we go. We're looking better there. Okay, so that traffic's gone. So that's kind of nice. This traffic's kind of gone. So that's kind of nice. But yeah, I think these people are still moving into here. So yeah. Okay, so from here, we do need healthcare. Kind of healthcare, small clinic, medical clinics. Can we? Oh yeah, we can open up hospitals. Yeah, hospital could be good. There we go. Let's see what we got here. Oh, I can't afford any of them, but you know, that's fantastic. Okay, maybe we do this on the backside here. Like so. And we're going to select this as our operating district. Okay, we can do that. Do that. Perfect. I'm not going to, but we can. I think that's going to help tremendously. We also need fire rescue. Okay, so we can do this. Perfect. Okay. I'm cool with that. And then for this one, we'll just do this district here. I think that'll be good. When it comes to that. And then we do need some policia. Mediterranean. Modern. We can do that here maybe. Put it right next to the park, I think would be a good one. There we go. And of course you will stay here in Green Acres. Like so. So I think that will be good there. Okay, so we got a lot of that going. Let's see, where does our air go? Because what I'm thinking is I do need some more of this. I do need more jobs. And so maybe what I'm thinking here is, can we go up and over this to create jobs over here by this? To help fill this out with like homes and such. That may not be a bad idea, to be honest. That may not be a bad idea. And so we can get people up and over this. Okay, so what is this? This is a 2x2? Yeah, it's just a little 2x2. All right, let's get you down. We'll do 15 feet. So I think that will help out tremendously. Okay, so this is kind of nice and doing its thing. This is nice and doing its thing. But yeah, so I think we just had to wait for a lot of people just to move in, especially to over here. And I think we're all good. But yeah, but I think this is going to help out a lot, which is quite needed, to be honest, to kind of get that going. Over here, we do have a lot more to go over here. Riverside Grill. We can do that over here. Put you in. A McDonald's, a supermarket's huge. Our Whataburger. That can go over here, that's for sure. Well, we're going to turn that off. Whataburger goes there. McDonald's. Can that go up there? Nope, that can't go up there. All right. That's fine by me. There we go. That's what I need right there. Perfect. Whoops. Keep hitting the wrong button because I'm expecting that to kind of go away, but it doesn't. Just low density businesses. Let's get you in there. And then let's get you in there. That'll be good. Let's see if we can't get you over there. Perfect. And you over there. There we go. I think that's going to help out tremendously. And how come we don't got nothing right there? Nope, too big. Supermarket way too big. Nope. Lobster. Espresso on the go. Sporting goods store. Farmer's market, way too big. The books. Small petrol. That could be a good one right there. Perfect. Yeah, that could be nice. There we go. And then we got, of course, got to make sure that this is doing what it's supposed to do. There we go. Okay, so after a little bit of time, we do have a little bit of traffic going on here. Split phasing, save, save, save. Okay, okay. We do have a little bit of split phasing going on to here. And part of me goes, whoops, I want this one. Get rid of that. Let's get rid of that. For some reason that happened. And then we'll go there. That was weird. I think part of me goes, get rid of that one. So that right turns happen only there. I think that might get people through what we need to get them through. This area, holy moles. This area is redonkulous, to be honest. Would I be able to upgrade this? Oh boy. That actually could work. All right, sweet. That could actually work. Yeah, that actually might work better. So we got that, we got that, we got that. We got multi. This is what I was thinking over here. We have mixed housing. And what we could do is do something like that, and something like that around this area because it will be mixed use. I think that will be nice to have to help out these situations. Would we be able to, let's see if we can't get maybe a train in here as well. Train. So now that we have a train going in, I think that'll be nice looking. We do have to put in a train. At least rail. We do have to at least put in some rail. So we're gonna get here. And we're gonna get to about 180. Oh, that actually looks pretty dang good. Put you right there. That'd be perfect. And then can we do side by side on this? There we go. That doesn't look half bad. Ooh, whoopsies. Yeah, that doesn't look half bad whatsoever. I like it. I like it. Okay, okay. So we got a passenger rail. That can come out to there and come back. And then this one can come out, go all the way out here to Petersfield and back. There we go. There we go. Ticket price. I'm going to make this stuff free because I want people to use the public transportation so that they can get in and out much faster. That's what I'm thinking over here. And then we can put over, what am I going to do? Okay, well, that has to do that. That's fine. That's fine. I am going to put in just some of this to help us out for the time being. Because we still have unemployment is still up, which is not the best, but we're going to do that. So I think that's going to be helpful. Alrighty, ladies and gents, after a little bit of work, a little bit of this, a little bit of that, let's kind of go through and see what I have done in this episode. So as we just start over here, this has been something I've been wanting to do for a long time, but just was waiting for the ground toxins to go away. But we do have a multi-purpose buildings over here. So we have businesses on the bottom, housing on the top, right next to a wonderful tram. We also started to put in, of course, we put in our wonderful trains. So at least getting some train in and out. It's just passenger train to help people in and out of this area, and add a little bit more jobs in here before we kind of expand. As we go over here, we added some housing kind of down this one main strip, if you will. And of course, did a little bit of landscaping in there, but I think that's looking way better. Also added a little bit more real housing over here. So that is looking a lot better. And then I did add a little overpass over here to kind of get up and over, but to a little area to kind of help with, again, those jobs and that unemployment, which I still think it might be a little bugged, but of course we'll see as the new people start to take over, as our first patch is coming out after this video should be going out. So yes, so it is actually fairly soon to see kind of some of the things they start to kind of do for the community. And then as we go over here, I did add some single family homes kind of around our high school. Kind of help with that. Added some businesses over here as well to help out. So I think those are looking pretty dang good. And just some medium density housing, which I do need to put some landscaping in the middle of it, as I just realized that I need to do that. But we didn't really touch much over here because I just haven't, to be perfectly frank. I really haven't. And one of the reasons why is I think I might be putting in a bus system in the next episode. I'm thinking of putting the bus depot maybe right here, kind of across the way from some of these, but kind of I need to think about pathing of kind of where to get people to where and so on and so forth and all of that. So that's kind of one thing I'm going to have in my mind. But yeah, but that's kind of all that we got done in this episode. And if you enjoyed this episode, of course, don't forget to hit that like and subscribe button. It greatly helps me out. And of course, don't forget to leave a comment saying, hey, Matt, how you been? Hey, Matt, how you doing? Or hey, Matt, what the heck you forgot about this? Because that's highly possible, because I do forget about things. Or if you just want to say, hey, always welcome as well. But of course, until next time, I hope you have a wonderful rest of your day, wonderful rest of your week. Stay hydrated. And I will see you in the next episode. Bye now.